Shankraditya, are we revealing the verdict?
Not yet. We will first start the closing ceremony. And after a few words from the Rotary Club, we'll just announce the winners.
Just wait. Chandraditya, how are you?
Absolutely fine, sir. How are you?
It was really amazed to see all these boys talking so much, so much, with the knowledge and, really this is the first time I'm attending a debate, and it's really good to see everybody.
I'm sure the participants are happy to hear that.
Yes, actually, yes. And this last two schools, which compete each other, which both are from Calcutta, or like?
No, sir.
One is from Calcutta.
One is from Calcutta. One is from Delhi.
One from Delhi.
Ji.
Calcutta is Law Martiniere, and then Delhi one is BBS Bluebell.
Bluebells International Schools.
Oh, very good. So La Martiniere is one of the best. I born in Calcutta, I born in Calcutta, and my school was next to the La Martiniere, We studied in Hindi high school, and La Martiniere boys were just behind us, and the girls opposite the boys. So we visited them so many times. We played with the team in the cricket. It is a very good, fantastic school,
Thank you, sir.
So thank you very much. So I think judges are coming within 2-3 minutes. They will be there.
We are, sir, judges are here, sir. We are ready. I think Deepak sir has something to say.
No. I'm just saying you may as well unmute the judges. Nobody's going to say anything. Yeah.
Ji. So we are ready with everything. I think we can start with Ashok sir. You're welcome to the rest of them. And after the few words from you and Deepika ma'am and Seema ma'am, we will.
Dear friends, boys and girls.
Just waiting for Vivek Kataria to join.
He has joined, ma'am. He just joined.
Joined? Okay.
Yeah, he joined, yeah. So many thanks, many thanks for participating and being the part of this debating history, which carries about almost 2 decades, legacy of 2 decades, Myself, Ashok Sharma, I'm the president of Rotary Club Garden City this year. And it was really wonderful to see you boys and girls talking with such a good knowledge, vocabulary, experience. And I'm seeing a future here, boys. Thank you very much, Thank you very, very much. Congratulations in advance to the winner and definitely to the runner-up. You both have done great job here. I really wanted to thank Awaz team for running this whole thing last 2 days, seamlessly. Rajiv, many thanks for staying 24/7. Judges, Brinda, Reena, Deepak, I hope that you have chosen a right winner because you had been seeing this, you had been listening these debates, such a great subjects. Thank you very much. I would also like to thanks to our supporters, Sonalika, Manorama ji, Kulachi Hansraj, for staying with us and helping us to debating, to organizing debate, and definitely our own Vivek Kataria. So, and overall, I really wanted to thank Deepa for doing a wonderful, amazing job. Deepa, I wanted to say something and I want you to share your experience here. Please, over to you, Deepa.
Hi, everyone. So have you ever played baseball with your friends and then felt a little scared when it is time for you to bat, and then you're afraid that you might just strike out? I'm just feeling that way right now because so it's a healthy competition and it inspires all the students to do their best and not just good enough. So it teaches all these debates and all the other competitions. They teach you all invaluable lessons for all of you. It's just not typically learning in the classroom, but subconsciously you're learning so many things. It's like subconsciously you're learning how to be disciplined, how to be on time, and how to prepare, and so many things. Like with the few whatever you have, the material you have to do a debate with that material. I could never do that. So this is like individual suffering for me. like you guys just discussed. So even speaking a few words of wisdom is making me so nervous. So I cannot imagine how you boys and girls have done a great job. You guys continue to exceed every expectation that we set. Great job, guys. And please don't Google the net, because you'll find every sentence I spoke. Okay, so good luck to the teams, and good luck to both the teams, Bluebells International as well as Lama team. So congratulations, whoever is the runner and winner up. We are we had a wonderful time with all of you. Thank you. Over to, can I please call Seema Lal from Kolachi Hansraj Model School to say a few words, please?
Yeah, I'm here. Am I audible? Yeah, thank
Yes,
you.
please.
Yeah, very good evening and greetings from Kolachi Hansraj Model School. Myself, Simala, teacher coordinator of the Kolachi Interact Club. And I extend my gratitude actually to all the Rotarians for putting up this show. And it's our 12th annual debate. And over the years, we've been doing it. And every year, I'm amazed to see how children come and argue, and such wonderful arguments they put forth. It is actually a delight to watch them. So, and my gratitude to all the participants, educators, coordinators, and the spectators who have made this debate a wonderful success. And this year we had 40 leading schools from India as well as from the different parts of the world. And I thank everybody for expressing their deep interest in participating in this event. Such a cross-cultural events provide an excellent platform for the students to showcase their debating skills and also create an opportunity of interaction amongst each other. And grateful to the sponsors who have generously always contributed, and this year also they are there with wonderful prizes for all these children. So this debate has lastly, and obviously not the least, we are very thankful for to Vas, who has actually seamlessly and executed this debate so beautifully that everything went like it's like a melting of a butter. So and everybody has done a great job. Congratulations to all the participants. Believe me, as Deepika was saying, coming up with some words of wisdom, so you really have to think about it and how these children go on for 5 minutes. It's wonderful. So I congratulate all the participants and of course to the winners. It has been a brilliant debate and we saw good arguments, and hope you people keep on participating and remain connected with all of us. So thank you, and a wonderful evening to all of you once again. Thank you so
much. I just wanted to congratulate all the participants and thank the Rotary members for their kind words. I'll just ask Sibash to now announce the winners, and I'll be sharing my screen for that.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much. It has really been a very fantastic debate. There have been 2 days where we've been on our screens constantly. And as everybody has talked about it, it's really difficult to speak for 5 minutes. So I'm just going to quickly wrap up and free everyone. So I am going to be starting with the best speakers for the debate, which has been calculated, as it was mentioned yesterday, it has been calculated from the prelims. So, just a second. The third best speaker from the preliminary round is DEVI SANKHLA from the Bluebells School International. Congratulations, DEVI. We will get back to you and we'll give you some time to speak. The second best speaker is ARAV DHOOT from NEERJA Modi School. I hope that ARAV is here. I am not very sure if he is. And the first best speaker for the entire tournament is TANUSH from the SANSKRITI school. Congratulations to all the winners. Now coming to who won the debate. I would just like to say that it was a very, very close debate. We had very, very close and intense discussion between the judges, and it was a 4-3 split. And the winners for the Rotary Debate 2021 are Lamartine for Boys, Kolkata. Congratulations to everyone. Congratulations to the winners. And for the best speaker from the finals itself goes to Nikhilesh Mukherjee from Lamartine. Congratulations, Nikhilesh. Congratulations to everyone. I would request DEVI to please unmute and say something.
I found this experience to be like really, really of a benefit for us, because honestly, when I was debating today, when we were doing case prep and all today, I could feel a marked difference between yesterday and today, because I think we did more mocks yesterday than we have done in all of our training that went before that, more mocks with, and I think this has really helped us overcome our inhibitions against a proper full debate with a proper opposition. So I feel this has been an extremely beneficial experience for us all, and I think we all learned a lot.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Devi. Then we'll move to Amna. If you could please also share your experience. What's it been like for you?
I think I was just happy to be a part of this debate. It's actually been just a few months since our team started debating, and to get this far, I think that was extremely special, and we learned a lot through this process, and we learned a lot from our opposition. Congratulations, by the way. And they put forth, I think, great arguments, and they really made us realize, where we went wrong and how can we do better. So thank you and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Amna and Arnav.
All right. I actually took this debate as a very good learning experience. It allowed me to implement whatever I had learned properly in a practical forum with very competent opponents. That I believe allowed me to grow not just as a debater, but personally as a public speaker. This was a very enriching experience, and yeah, like Amna previously mentioned, that we've only been debating for a few months, and the fact that we've reached to a final over here and we are the runners up, it is a win in my book. So thank you very much for organizing this competition, and I look forward to more debating.
Thank you so much, Arnav. Now we would like to have a few words from the winners. I'm just going to be spotlighting. Just a second. You can please start speaking. I believe you can unmute yourself, or no, you can't. All right, just a second. Just keep yourself unmuted for the entire, ARAV.
All right. First of all, a big thank you to my team members who've really guided me and really helped me to shape my arguments and to help me get to the stage of this tournament. Like, I really owe them a big debt of gratitude as well. Throughout these 5 rounds of debating, I came across topics which I never knew, and in the process, it was a learning experience for me as well. And a big thank you to the opponents as well, because in the process, it kept my brain working where to refute, what's wrong with the arguments, how to combat, how to counter it. So that really helped as well. And a big thank you to my teammates and to the opponents and to the Rotary Club for organizing the debate. I think I'll pass on the mic to Pradyum. So you can say a few words as well.
Two things. So one, we are not very oriented with the debate format that, this debate practice. We're not actually very practiced in Asian parliamentary debate, and I think I speak for all of us when I say that this format of debate and this format of discourse has been so amazingly challenging and stimulating that I feel we've grown as debaters. Secondly, I've actually struggled with fear of public speaking, as I'm sure most of us have. And it's just amazing to let go of that fear and realize that, you know, when you're debating, you're not giving a performance. Essentially, you're exchanging ideas and you're putting forward what you think. And major respect to the opposition or to the proposition in this case. And we realized that the more challenging the teams have been, the more enriching the debates have been. Right? The more challenges we've faced, we've debated better. And congratulations to Nikhilesh for doing so well throughout the tournament. He's in class 9, and congratulations to ARAV as well. Right. And I'd like to thank the Rotary and Avaz for organizing this meeting. Thank you.
First of all, I'd like to thank Pradyum and ARAV. The amount of guidance I received throughout the debate, I really could not even have made a speech without the suggestions they made during our preparation sessions. And I'd also like to thank the teachers at my school for honing my skills, which brought me here. Now, about this debate itself, what I found very special was the preparation time. In school, we have at least 3 hours of preparation time, but having only half an hour, it first of all got a lot of urgency in us. And it also made us think on the spot. And in fact, a lot of my arguments and my statements, and I think all of us, a lot of it was just made up while speaking. So this entire debate has been very enriching because it's about the novelty and about the exposure that there were around 42 teams participating. And so I would just like to thank the Rotary and Avaz for conducting it so well, because this is clearly one of the most memorable experiences ever. And finally, and most importantly, our opponents today, the proposition, they have been just brilliant. And I was pretty sure that we were going to lose, but I guess we won. However, the opposition today was brilliant and the best we have ever faced. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Before we move to Mr. Vivek Kataria, Deepak sir would like to say a few words.
Yeah. Nikhilesh, I'm glad you didn't get 3 hours.
Thank you very much. So this little talk is addressed to the 6 of you. That's really the audience. I'm Deepak Verma, and I am the president of the Debating Society of India. I am involved in organizing a number of events, both at school, university, and civil society level. Congratulations to all of you. It was a very high standard debate. There were really 3 questions here that I think all of you addressed in different ways. One was, can you have evolutionary progress without suffering? And I think the answer to that is you cannot. Because all progress is based on a conflict of ideas, on a conflict of systems, on a conflict of issues. I'll talk a little bit about that later. The second was that, is suffering a reason not to have evolutionary progress? You cannot. It's a bit of a non sequitur, because you have evolutionary progress in the first place because there is suffering. So something gets challenged because someone's suffering. So really that's it's a non-situation. And the third is that, does evolutionary progress get reversed or fail just because there is suffering? The answer is sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. But in the end, there will be progress. So these were the 3 issues that were interestingly addressed. And I think both sides touched some aspects of this at some point in time. Insofar as the actual speeches were concerned, I thought that the dice were heavily loaded in favor of side government. It's a proposition which is almost a truism. I mean, that's a fact, and I shall tell you why I think so. But the reason that I sort of supported and gave my verdict to the opposition was primarily because they were cleverer. And I think the opposition had a better knowledge base. I mean, their understanding of what the French Revolution was about and what the Russian Revolution was about and was better and deeper. And I think one of the speakers, the last one, had a very, very clever twist when he talked about a moral argument, which I thought was a very clever way of dealing with it. Anyway, I come to my last point, which is that biology, philosophy, and economics throughout history have had compelling arguments to suggest that any progress involves suffering. I'm not sure if you're familiar with, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Hegel. Hegel was a German philosopher who wrote a very famous book called The Philosophy of History, where he coined a term called dialectic, which he said was that all history explained all human progress, all history in terms of an idea, a counter idea, a clash, and a synthesis of the two. So thesis, antithesis, synthesis. This is the underlying story of all progress and all conflict in history. And it's fairly obvious. You have aristocracy, and then you have political liberalism challenging it, and then you have conflict, you have the revolutions of 1848, you have the adoption of this in some stages, so on and so forth. In some countries, it was more gradualist, and so on and so forth. So philosophy clearly underlines the fact that clashes are an inevitable part of any form of progress. Biology, and it's interesting that none of you brought this up. If you read The Origin of Species by Darwin, right, you recognize the fact that all evolution is based on an interaction of plants and animals with the environment and competition for the survival of the fittest. Right? So there are losers and there are winners, and the losers suffer. So in evolution itself, the concept of suffering is inherent, but that doesn't vitiate the fact that evolution takes place or that evolution is good. And in the field of economics and political philosophy, I'm not sure if you've heard of a concept called social Darwin, of creative destruction and social Darwinism. Again, it's survival of the fittest, but creative destruction is the process by which businesses, industries, etc., they die because newer industries come up, they challenge existing industries, they come up with better techniques of production, or they come up with better ways to satisfy consumer needs, and they drive existing businesses, existing technologies out of business. So change with suffering as an accompanying implication, as a concomitant, is inevitable. So this is why I basically make the point that the proposition was heavily loaded in favor of side government. Insofar as actual performances were concerned, I think the side government was reasonable. I think the lady who was the leader of government did an adequate but not quite as good a job as I thought she could have in terms of defining what her side was going to say. But she more than made up for it with what I thought was a brilliant ending speech. I wish your ending speech, Vita, had been actually postulated as part of your opening speech, because that would have set the tone in terms of what your side was going to say. Anyway, so much for that. You guys on the other side, Lamartine, were more knowledgeable, had a better knowledge base, were a little bit cleverer. So that was my verdict. So well done, and I hope to see you all next year. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Now we'll have Vivek sir with a vote of thanks. Is Vivek sir here?
Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry I happen to be on the road in a car. Hopefully, I'm somewhat visible and somewhat audible. Am I?
Absolutely, sir.
Okay, that's super. I have been directed, let me use the word directed, to give a vote of thanks. I think the job has been already very well done for me by our president and the others who have given due thanks. But let me make sure that no one is missed out. And if I do miss out, it is inadvertent, and I try and avoid taking responsibility. But anyway, we have seen over the last 2 days a fair amount of pleasant disagreement. I presume my opening remarks might have been aired and viewed, and I talked about how someone said debate is the art of pleasant disagreement, and that enemies quarrel while debaters debate, friends debate amongst themselves for better instruction. To my mind, debate is one of the two, in my mind, gladiatorial events of modern day. One, I love watching tennis. Tennis is again two people pitted against each other, just as two gladiators in Roman times would be pitted against each other with a big arena of people watching. And in tennis, it's physical. In the case of debate, it is intellectual. So that's. Oops, give me a second. Sorry about that. Right. I think we've all enjoyed the intellectual gladiatorialism of debate in the last couple of days. But over to back to thanking people. I first of all must thank the participants of this debate, not just the winners, the runner-ups, but everyone who was there. This has been an inter-school debate, and I therefore do thank the relevant school authorities for having created conditions for their students to participate so ably. From the Rotary side, I must thank, first of all, Deepa, without whom this debate would not have taken place. And I think this debate would probably not have taken place without the efforts also of our president, Ashok Sharma, our secretary, Nikhil Patla, and of course, our very own Rajiv Taneja. I must also thank previous people who have staunchly believed in making sure that this debate happens as an event of our Rotary Club, and those are people like Dr. Hardeep Singh and of course Deepak Verma, our past president, whom we just heard a few minutes ago. I must of course thank Kulachi Hansraj Model School for being associated with us as interactors, and for actually giving us more of a reason, if any was needed, to continue holding events like this, even in adverse pandemic circumstances. I did thank initially, and I must thank again our sponsors, and I know our President Ashok did, Sonalika Tractors, Rotarian Manorma Gogia, and again President Ashok Sharma of our club. Technical expertise, coordination, the whole lot, of course, as we've all seen, has been very ably conducted by the Awaz team, Chandraditya, Zivesh, Verma. I think they've conducted a successful debate. And of course, we cannot forget to thank our Rotary judges, Deepak Verma once again, Dr. Kavita Sharma, Brinda Singh, and Reena Shah Stamets. I hope I haven't forgotten someone. It's very, very possible that I have. I will, unlike what I said earlier, accept responsibility and blame for those whom I have forgotten. I certainly hope and look forward to this event next year. I do hope we can hold it in person, but otherwise it will be wonderful to have it the way we have this time. That's about it. Thanks very much again, everyone, for being here, for keeping this kind of tradition alive. And of course, good luck for future debates, for this to actually achieve its objective of personal development amongst those who are involved. And I can assure you that this is also good personal development for being involved in any way with even organizing and listening to this debate. Thanks very much. Good evening, be safe, and all the best.
Thank you, Vivek.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to all the participants, and thank you so much, Rotary. We will now be ending the meeting. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you and good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.